So last year, I think it was last year, or maybe early this year, I can't even remember. We did a review for the iContact camera. And I really did like the premise of it. I liked the concept of it because we had just coming out of this reality to the majority of us, or to a lot of us, that we were working from home, and Zoom calls or Skype calls or FaceTime calls or whatever was kind of the norm for us. So how were we able to maintain that connection with those that we were talking and not really have it feel like it was just a video call? And these guys here, iContact, kind of stepped it up and was like, well, let's put the camera where the other person's eyes are so that we actually have that eye contact that you and I would have if we were talking to someone in person. Step ahead, I don't know, a couple months, a year. I don't even remember when we put the last one out. They now have on Kickstarter, as you can see here, a line for better video calls with the iContact Camera Pro. So we've got a version of it here today, and we're going to unbox it, and then I will take it upstairs and we will give it a try. But for those that are kind of interested in why you may want this, here's their little promo video.
Finally, a webcam that aligns with the person you're speaking with. Above-screen webcams make it appear you're looking down. It's time at last to make a real connection. Why does this matter? Eye contact isn't just polite. It boosts engagement, enhances memory retention, and builds trust. Imagine the impact on education with more attentive students. Picture closing sales deals with that extra layer of trust. Think about more effective team collaboration. And in healthcare, a real connection can make a world of difference. Meet the next-gen eye contact camera, where technology meets eye-to-eye communication. Remember our first campaign? You helped us revolutionize video calls by introducing a webcam that prioritizes eye contact. And now we're taking it a step further. With a retractable 4K camera and stereo noise-canceling microphones, are you ready to make every video call as good as a face-to-face conversation? Back us today and be among the first to experience the future of video calls.
Now their website here, I guess it's Kickstarter, so it's not their website, but their Kickstarter page kind of goes in and talks about boost engagement, trust, memory in your video calls. Now here's the one thing I do really like, and I think that they learned a lot from their basic eye contact camera before, was that I really did like that they have it so that it's able to fold up and kind of get out of the way. Because before, even though it was easy to take off and put it on, maybe you and I didn't want to do that. We wanted to be able to keep it mounted, and when we wanted to do this eye contact, we could drop the camera down, right, and use it and be good to go. This, though, I love the fact that they have this kind of nice permanent mounted piece that you can put on your computer, your monitor, whatever, and just kind of that I really like. So I don't know. This one also, as far as I can tell, 4K versus the 1080 of the other one. Here's what they say. Why iContact Camera Pro? Number one, retractable, which is what I said, right? I think that's excellent. Stunning 4K. Now, one of the things that's important with 4K is that you and I have to also be aware that this does take up more bandwidth. So if you're out in the middle of wherever, 4K could be an issue. Not that you shouldn't be able to tell your system not to upload in 4K. Just be aware, 4K, bigger files. Now, the nice thing about this is that if I am recording something and actually recording something for home use, I want to use this to do YouTube videos or something like that, I can record in 4K, which is also excellent. So it actually has noise canceling stereo microphones, which is also really good. Scientifically proven. So I do, you know what? I'm going to agree with this. Not that we have any kind of actual things on their website that say, here's all the scientific facts, but 100%, if you make eye contact, if you were to go to buy anything, let's say you're in sales and you were going to buy anything and you could never once make eye contact with the person that you're trying to sell from, or as a buyer, and you're trying to buy something and the seller never made eye contact with you, would you trust them? Would you have that? No. So for sure, So this talks about trust and connection, interviewing and hiring, which is a thing nowadays, right? Well, it's a thing ever. Therapy and coaching, sales management, because all of this stuff nowadays, we have learned over the past, 2-3 years. It seems like it's 20 years, but we've learned that working from home and doing remote work can be very effective. And because of that, more and more people are doing it. And you and I should have that ability to make eye contact instead of looking up here when I talk. Because even for me, a lot of times I realize that I have a monitor over here, and a lot of times I'm talking and I end up doing this. And if I were to do this and look at my monitor the whole time while I'm talking to you, you and I wouldn't have that connection. So I do appreciate it, and I think it's a great idea. Authentic eye contact, yeah. Elegant mounting, cool. Light panel add-on. They may have sent me one of these. I'm not too sure. Light panel pro level adjustments. Now I have got this app installed. It's actually really good. I have it installed on my computer upstairs because when they said they were sending this to us, I had to download. It was a pre-release version. I don't know if it's out as of yet. Probably not out to the public because the Kickstarter's still going. But really good. And what's also cool about it is it works with kind of any camera that's hooked into your system. So if you have other cameras, if you have a bunch of different webcams for whatever reason, I do, but you may not, it will work with those. So you get all kinds of adjustments, white balance, color temperature, which is the same thing. I just said it twice. Contrast, brightness, exposure, sharpness, all kinds of cool stuff. And then here's a bunch of little details. Super cool. Anyways, here it is, right? Using my knife. I do believe that they said the first batch would be, I think they said up here, estimated delivery December. So that's like when this video comes out, pretty much right now. Here's the box, iContact Camera Pro. I want to make sure I didn't, yeah, nothing else in there. That's it, iContact Camera Pro. Yes, same kind of logo that was in the other. Now, the one thing to realize on their Kickstarter page, just in case you go there and you're like, oh, look at me, I can grab the cheapest one at the top. Do realize that they are also selling the original iContact up there. So if you look at the support, right, available rewards, iContact camera. This is the original. This is the one that doesn't have retraction. This is the 1080p one. You have to drop down here to the super early bird iContact Camera Pro. That's the one you want if you want this. Which, it's like, what is it, $50 difference? $40 difference. Probably be the way I would go, just because I like the retractable stuff. Okay, that's over there. Very nice. And that's it. It's way bigger, That's way bigger. So you do get a nice USB-A cable. Oh, I like this, actually, for those of us that are Mac people, or Windows, it doesn't matter. But look, it is actually a USB-C connector with a USB-A adapter on it. That's smart. That's the better way to go. And this is where it's going to mount onto your monitor. Yes, very cool. It's nice and simple. This does have the ability to tilt, because I'm wondering, and I don't know for sure, you may be able to rotate this, and maybe when it's on your display, your monitor, maybe you can keep it up like this. If you're like, that's fine. I kind of want it out of the way because of what I'm doing. I need to be able to see what's on my screen. And I want it up. Maybe that's something that in the app you can rotate it 90 degrees, which would be cool. And if you do want that eye contact, whoop. Oh, I like, that's nice. That's super smart. And it is on a spring. You guys see that? It's like a, so that's also good. My guess is these are the noise canceling microphones right here. And even all the connection stuff has nice rubber, so it's not going to scratch or anything, any of your stuff. That's a good upgrade from the original iContact. And again, because mine is like just the prototype, I guess, kind of prototype version. That's it. I don't even get a manual. But we're gonna go upstairs. Like I said, this should only have to be connected into the machine via your USB. The app I do have installed. So my hope is we can go try this out. So let's go upstairs, shall we? Okay, guys. So we have the iContact Pro installed up here, on the screen, and you should be able to see, this is the app that I was talking about right here. This is the app that allows you, you'll see it says all cameras, but iContact Camera Pro. You can see, you can even use it to play around with the settings on your iPhone, or if you have any other webcam. But of course, we're going to be using this for the iContact Camera Pro. And what you will notice is this is kind of in that portrait mode, right? So it's up and down because the camera is not brought down. So first off, we will do this. Now, you guys are seeing me, and I don't know what's going on with this, but doesn't matter. So what's cool about this is what I like about this. You do have all these auto features. So auto white balance, auto brightness, auto contrast, auto saturation, auto sharpness, auto focus, auto zoom. You can turn HDR on. I don't know if this camera actually has HDR, just because when it does something, like it brightens it, and you'll actually see like there is a change, but it defaulted to off, so I just leave it off. It is what it is. But what I do like about it is if you're not happy with it and you want to change it, you can turn the auto feature off, and then you can play with it to kind of just do whatever you want. And if you totally mess it up, you just hit your auto and it goes back again. And this can be really nice, especially if you're in a room that has weird lighting. You know, one of the things I found with the original iContact last year was that up here it actually did like really well. But downstairs where I had like a studio lighting, so lighting for this kind of camera, it was having real issues with the fact that the background was so dark and then you got a real bright light. What would have been able to remedy that was this control, because I could have literally just played around with the brightness just to compensate to get that back to where I want it. Even here, I could be like, I want it a little darker, you know, get it down in here if that's what I want. So I really do like this app. I think this app is really good. And it just sits up in your toolbar, so it's accessible all the time, which is great because if you and I are playing with an app, let's say FaceTime, or you're playing with Zoom, or you're playing with anything like that, you can bring that app down and make adjustments, and it'll make those adjustments inside the app. So for instance, if you and I were using Zoom, and see if Zoom pops up here, I'm just going to sit. It should load up. I'm not going to update right now. But if we were to come in here under preferences and video, for instance, there is I, and you'll see iContact camera. But if I come and bring this app up, whatever changes, I'll just move this. Can I move this? Yeah, I'll move it over to the side here. Whatever changes that I make on this, right, changes inside Zoom. So they're tied to each other, which is really good. So you can do all the adjustments here and know that it's going to come up. Now, the one thing that I do like about Zoom, which is cool, and this is something that's app specific, right? So if I have Zoom here, it has the ability, let's say I had this and I'm talking to someone on a cell phone, I could do this and rotate, right? And give them that elongated look and just kind of tilt this down however I need to, just to get that look. And now we're rocking that if we want. And then we'll just flip this back, right? And then boom. Excellent. So that's really good. So a lot of this stuff here really is dependent on the application that you're using and what kind of options that you're going to have. But image quality wise, like, it's really quite good. We can mirror, because I was actually playing with FaceTime on the Mac, and of course it doesn't have it, or at least I can't find it. It doesn't have a mirror my video, because I think the camera that the Mac defaults, which is usually its own, it just knows what to do with it, and there's no mirror. But in programs like Zoom and things like that, there usually is. So I have this all set up. Just make sure you kind of go in and play with it, and it works really good. But if you want to kind of see what this can do, I guess bigger, like if we were to close this, and again, I'll bring up a program like QuickTime, and QuickTime should allow me to do a movie recording. So if I bring this over here, you know, and just hit record. For some reason it wants to flip it onto the other screen, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It looks really good. And again, if I looked at this screen, I may see it and be like, it's not as warm as I'd maybe like to. So I could bring up this. Oh, it popped up on the other screen. But anyways, I could come up here and yeah, see, I could warm that up. You'll see it change. Maybe I'm finding it's too bright, so let's bring the brightness down. Right, very nice. I'm gonna change some of the contrast just to kind of give it a bit more crunch if I wanted to. Play around with the saturation. Not too much, but enough. Yeah, see that look now, see I'm like, that's the image I want right there. Oh, I like that. That's good. So yeah, that's a win. All right, guys, this is the new iContact, and again, the bonus of it is that what you and I would want to do is make the screen and just kind of get it where the person is that we're looking at, so that we put the camera lens right kind of in their eye line. So we're actually talking and looking at them, which means that our eyes are hitting the camera lens and we're like super focused. Yes? Yeah, it's good. It's a really good upgrade, I think, from the original iContact, which I thought was a great idea. But this one has fixed, in my opinion, a lot of the little things that I was like, I wish I would have done this. Yeah, this one's good. All right, guys. I'll leave links to, I believe, their Kickstarter down below. And it's a win. I think this one's good. All right, guys. That's it. I'll see you guys next video. Later.
Alright guys, we are just putting one little extra video up here for you guys, just because I realized that I did the whole video and you guys never heard what the microphone is like on this. So again, the microphone is set with the camera, which is about arm's reach away from me. And this is completely unaltered audio from the iContact Pro. And hopefully it sounds okay, but it should give you a little bit of an audio test. Alright. Now we're going to end it. That's it.